Weddings-ish, 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 with Jove.
This episode is brought to you by Jewelers Mutual, the easiest way to insure your jewelry. Get a quote, apply, and protect your jewelry. It's that simple. Learn more at jewelersmutual.com. Well, hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to Weddings-ish with Jove, a podcast all about love, joy, and weddings-ish with a special guest each episode. I couldn't be more excited to be joined in studio by the guest that has been on my podcast the most over the last many years, the one, the only, and I'm so happy to say your name, Hayley Paige.
Yay!
This is like so triumphant and so exciting, and last time you were here, I couldn't say your name.
Huzzah.
It's so wild.
It's crazy.
For you, obviously, more than me, but it has been a 5-year journey.
It has. A saga.
Has finally resolved.
Yes.
She is free and clear to design again.
Exactly.
That's wild. So a quick recap of 5 years. This started in 2020, where you couldn't reach an agreement with them, who shall not be named. I'm not giving them airtime. You litigated.
Yes.
They litigated. You played the game. Then they filed for bankruptcy.
Yes.
And then you won your name back.
Basically, there was an opportunity for a settlement.
At that point.
Yeah.
Because of the bankruptcy.
Correct. It's a different court that you get moved into, which was very helpful.
Of course, because you've been in the same court, hearing the same responses. Yes. Wow. And as part of that, you lost the ability to design wedding dresses.
Correct. I essentially had signed away the rights to design wedding dresses in my original contract.
Yeah.
And it was being interpreted in a way that it amassed to almost a 7-year unpaid non-compete, which is pretty intense.
Yeah. For the thing you've devoted your life to, you're known for, you're skilled at.
Right.
And you built a business doing. So I didn't realize 7 years.
Yeah. I mean, it was my identity for sure.
Wow. 100%. But now she's back.
I'm back.
And you have your first collection.
I know. I can't believe it.
And the show is like today, but your second show.
Yeah. So today is my very first trunk show back at Kleinfeld.
Okay.
Which
After all these years.
Yeah.
When were you at Kleinfeld last?
I was there in 2020, October. That was the last, and that was the last trunk show I ever did in person because it was right after COVID.
Yeah.
We're kind of still COVID because we had masks during the trunk show.
Yep.
So yeah.
So now you're back. I love it. And what's the inspiration behind your new collection?
There's a lot going on with this collection.
Okay. You have a lot going on?
Me?
Sparkly, glittery.
Multifaceted. Very eclectic. But I really wanted to balance the assortment and the signature DNA that we're kind of known for with a fresh mentality.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of balancing in the assortment.
Okay.
And each dress, per usual, kind of tells its own story and has that personification to it. But I think the overall messaging with this is to really encourage people to not believe that you only get one shot at life, or one shot at something.
Yeah.
And I was really sold that bill of goods in my mind.
Yeah, well, that is your story.
Right. That it was like I lost everything.
Yeah, and you did. You could have given up, walked away, bowed down, but you didn't.
I didn't feel like I had much of a choice but to defend myself. And it's really hard to operate from a place of being on the defense. Everyone knows that, or to feel victimized by something. And so I really did see it as an isolated conflict. There's plenty of other things going on in my life that are just so wonderful, and the perspective change really helped me through it, as well as the support system, of course.
But still, like, monumental. And then you went to Congress, Senate?
Yeah, I went to the U.S. Senate.
You went to the tell me, with Elizabeth Warren? I saw the selfie, and I was like, her Elle Woods moment, and I'm obsessed. But tell me everything. What happened? How did you get there? Why were you there? What did you achieve?
She literally slid into my DMs.
No, she did not.
I'm not even
Elizabeth
kidding.
Warren DM'd you. I love Elizabeth Warren.
These are the things in life that are like, oh my gosh.
You could have never imagined
saying
never that sentence
in a million years.
Out loud.
Yeah, but she just invited me because she's been doing work on the FTC's banning of non-competes. And she really was looking for people to testify that have had abnormal cases,
Sure.
or really extreme versions.
Yeah, this would qualify 100%.
Raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimized by a non-compete.
You.
So yeah, I jumped at the opportunity, and there was a really robust kind of monitoring system to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
And when they selected me to testify, I really took it so seriously.
Yeah.
Even though I had my fun with
Of course, as you do. You have to after all of this.
My mom was like, you can't wear any other color but pink, please. I was
I was literally like, this is her Elle Woods moment, and we're all living. I gay gasped a little bit. I was like, yes, she's in pink. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I hope you did. Yeah.
Yes. Did you make that dress?
I did not make that.
Okay.
I got it on, Revolve or something like that.
Sure.
But it was
I was wondering if that was going to be like my first dress back.
I wish. That would have been a great idea. But it was tailored.
You were a little busy. Oh, you looked phenomenal.
Thank you.
Looked, I just remember it, and I was like, how iconic.
I haven't had to really memorize anything in a long time. But I think what made it easier is that it was really just an honest monologue of what had happened.
Yeah, what you've been through.
And at one point, I almost like Frank the Tanked it. I was like blacked out, like talking to Congress
it's
and the U.S. Senate. It's
got to be intimidating. There's hundreds of people all staring at you in this old historic building where like lots of important conversations have been had.
Yes.
And you're the focus.
Yeah, it was wild. And my parents came and Conrad came and it was really truly poetic because I was able to tell the full story and I was on the other side of the conflict.
Yeah, so. Which makes it a little bit easier to do that. Yeah. You
not
can
so
breathe.
Emotional.
No, but warranted. I mean, I just try to think if anyone else in these shoes, like most people would have just bowed out and moved on because the fight was large. It was, it wasn't a small fight that you had, but that's, I think, a testament to your character and your willpower. And what do you think about how this has impacted other business women, business people, or?
Absolutely. And it's really brought me closer to a lot of these kind of stories where you either are afraid to push back on something because you don't want to lose the opportunity, or you're sold a bill of goods, or somebody says, oh, we'll figure this out later, you know? And so I've really come to recognize these red flags, and it took me the long way to find those. So now I want to just cheat the system and tell everyone these things you should look for, especially the young ones, because you're so eager and hungry for your opportunities, and you do feel like you have to compromise, and occasionally you do.
Well, because it feels like there's someone else outside the door.
Yes.
So if you say no or say, I have a couple questions, they'll just say, all right, well, we'll put someone else in your position.
Yes, absolutely. And that fear is real. And it's hard to train your brain to think there is an abundance of opportunity at that age. And you also don't know what your future you is going to do and need from you, from your younger you.
Sure.
And so that's part of the reason our nonprofit is really focused on providing that advocacy and some of these life lessons we've learned.
I love the we. It's a royal we. I mean, like you and your legal team, your family, Conrad, like you have learned and now you're sharing. So the nonprofit is for anyone seeking help in this area or justice in this area or clarity or?
Yes, it's pretty inclusive in that we want to help anybody that needs assistance with contract law, specifically dealing with lawyers and setting up their career for success. Maybe it's small business or entrepreneurship, but mostly we try to focus on creators.
Yeah.
And that's everyone, you know, pretty much these days with content and
literally
social media,
everyone.
So, yeah.
Like I just saw the guy that I take his gym class appeared on my TikTok For You page. And I was like, everyone, the dog walk, everyone has one.
Hey, you.
I said hello. It's so funny. He can't talk to me. I was like, hi, I was just in your class. How are you? He moved apartments, if you're curious. That's why he was on TikTok. But anyways.
Talking about the apartment move.
Yes.
Of course.
And I was like, I didn't even know that's where you lived. And then I'm like, I'm talking to my phone. Social media is like out of this world. But now you're back. Hayley Paige on Instagram is all yours.
Can't believe it.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of Conrad Hayley content. Is more in the works? Are you sort of like back to business as before, trying something new? Or like, how are you looking at social media and content creation? Because you built that following of 1 million people. You did that. They did not do that.
Yeah, it's an animal, what's happened with social media, and it's hard to kind of keep up with it.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed in, our challenges is that Conrad's kind of taken a backseat to social media.
Yeah.
And he's pivoted his career. He's doing real estate investments and project managing.
Yep.
So he doesn't need to be face in front of camera
because I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah.
I miss those curls and that smile.
I know.
He's such a cutie.
I love that he has kind of taken a backseat to it.
Yeah.
And I want to respect the boundaries
of course.
there. But I also think we both went through this experience and we came out different people.
Yes.
And what we want to share and the vulnerabilities we had.
Yep.
And there were times where we just felt a little beaten up and in just the whole experience of it all.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah.
And so now, when I'm back, I kind of feel, well, I'm older, and I don't know if I can keep up with these, like, get ready with me and, like, here's my perfect outfit.
Sure, and my perfect day.
Yeah.
And my perfect husband, boyfriend, and my perfect everything.
Yeah, it's really a lot.
The pressure is high.
Yeah, and so what I kind of focus on is where's my credibility? Because I think I went through some challenges of just, like, personal, like, I'm not an authority in this space. And we
as
even
a
had
designer.
As the designer, I feel like I can be the authority.
Imposter syndrome. Hello.
I know. Well, that creeps in on all facets of life now.
Yes.
But I'm just happy to be back doing what I love. And I do feel like I have credibility in this space.
Yeah.
And it's something that's kind of stuck with me. The creativity has compounded over time.
Yep.
And it's allowed me to feel safe in this space, sharing dresses and women and my journey. And now that we're engaged, I'm sure I'll want to share parts of our wedding
of course.
with people.
Yeah.
And invite them in.
Yeah. But I love that has boundaries and you're respecting that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some couples on the internet, it's clear when one is literally like I don't want to be doing this, but we have to pay our bills. But you know what I mean? Like, you both have separate careers, and this is a vehicle for you to share your career. So
yes,
I love that. You said engagement and weddings, so I have to ask, since we last spoke, any updates?
We have been looking at venues.
Oh, okay. That's exciting.
So that's big.
In Florida, New York, Italy, Spain, California.
All of the above.
Everywhere. The world is your oyster.
We really loved Austin because he's
Texas.
from Austin.
Yeah. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Texas boy.
Is his family still there?
They are still there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I love the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go look at Northern California.
Oh, it's so relaxing there.
Carmel, Big Sur.
I have some spots for you.
Please tell me.
You have a planner over here. I'm happy to send you some recommendations.
I have a hidden agenda here.
Yes, that's why you're here. The only reason you're here. I love it. Well, I'll happily send you a list of places.
Thank you.
That's very exciting. And I feel like last time we talked, obviously you've been together now for how long?
7.5 years.
It's been that long.
I know. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. Yeah. I feel like I just met him.
Crazy.
7.5 years.
7.5 years.
Wow. That is a journey.
I know.
And now we're looking at the future.
That's right.
I will be going to Austin quite a bit because we're having a baby via surrogacy, and our surrogate's in Austin.
I'm so excited for you.
So
congratulations.
I will be. Thank you. I will be I'll be in Texas all the time. More than she wants, probably.
Perhaps,
I'll be like, hi, I'm here.
Hi, it's me again.
Hi, I'm here. Just like, go away. I'm like,
How are you?
I'm renting next door.
Please do that. Be the helicopter we know you want to be.
I'm working on boundaries, but of course that's what I want to be. Like, literally, our agency's like, no. And I'm like, this is what I tell my clients in weddings, but now I'm being a crazy groomzilla. Dadzilla? Soon to be Dadzilla.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's wild.
You do you, boo. That was one of your speeches. I remember.
Is. I know, but I think stalking your surrogate is maybe not appropriate.
It's frowned upon.
It might be frowned upon.
But you can do it.
Oh, don't tempt me with a good time. You're literally like, location, he's in Austin again.
Share location.
He's not in New York for the 4th month in a row.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to be neurotic, but I'm like, what are you eating? What are you drinking? How are you sleeping? Are you working out? Are you walking? Are you getting fresh air?
Are you feeling good?
Are you happy?
Yes.
How's life?
I think those are all
Talk
important
to me.
questions.
Be my best friend.
Yes.
You're helping us with a baby. Well, I'll leave that to Kyle. He's like really good at best friends. Okay, so this new collection, had you been sketching it over the last 5 years, or did you really put the pencil down during litigation and start over recently, or how did this come to be?
I have always kind of put pen to paper, and I feel like I have a sharper pen now going forward.
I have no doubt.
But I did design in the unseen hours and made sure I was still practicing and just nurturing something that I loved, even if I couldn't do it performatively.
Yeah, I love that. But, and you're changing the game of sizing.
Yes.
I feel like
it's about time.
It's about time, 100%. But walk me through how you came to that and why flowers. Tell me everything.
Well, there's just this moment that you have with the bride at a trunk show or an appointment where it's after the sparkle, right? Where we said yes to the dress, and then we have to go to the paperwork.
Yeah.
And there's like so much that goes into that because you have to put your deposit down and then you get measured for your dress.
It's less sexy.
It's very less sexy. And then they're told their size. And I've noticed that it's a bit of a buzzkill because the bridal sizing chart is a bit antiquated.
Yeah. All of it is.
It's run small too.
Yeah.
So your dress
smaller
size,
than what you would buy normally, which doesn't help anybody.
No, it's really just not a fun moment. And when I really thought about my own training in design and how we studied couture, like everything is based off measurements.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, a dress size is just a way to categorize those measurements.
Okay.
Like some measurements are a little bit off, but you fit into this size, right?
Sure.
But ultimately, it's just to categorize.
The size is a range of measurements.
That's it.
Got
but
it.
It's a made-up number.
Yeah.
It's just been kind of stigmatized over the years as this thing that boxes you in and you're this size, and it just feels unimaginative to me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, what if we come up with a new categorization so long as we're getting the measurements right?
Yeah.
That's all we need. And why does it have to be an increasing thing?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't. It just
on a
has
scale
to be
that feels like it's getting worse, like where there's a good and a bad, when in reality there's just you.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And I know this isn't something that's probably transferable to all brands, right? But with weddings and the wedding dress, it's such an emotional attachment. And this isn't the moment where I feel like you need to experience that psychological buzzkill.
No. So. There will be others in this process.
Yeah, let's just
but
make this
you don't want to
nice.
be one of those or a trigger for those.
Yeah. So we're using flowers.
And what are the flowers? And the flowers, literally, like, there's no size, or they're sizing like in small font under the flower?
No, there's no size at all. It just,
wow.
We have a measuring system, and then we use the flowers to categorize.
Wow.
So like even for our cutting tickets, which is a production term, like if we have 5 orchids to cut, we're going to cut 5 orchids.
Wow.
And the orchid measurements are XYZ.
Sure.
Or in that range.
Wow. So fully changing even the language around what it is.
Yeah.
Wow. On the website, would you buy that way? Like,
yes, you would.
Oh
I mean, we don't sell online.
Sure.
But yet.
I'm like, come on now. I know something's in the works.
We're the same.
We are the same, yes.
Yeah.
But that would be the intention, is to kind of continue that.
Absolutely.
I love that, because every flower is beautiful and no one's offended to be a rose. But when I went from a medium to a large in my life,
you're like, why?
Recently. I did not like that.
Who put that there?
I did not like that when I put in a medium, and I was like, And they're like, might I recommend a large? It was like a sassy gay man. And I was like, you might not. And then I left. I was so upset.
You may not.
I was so upset. But I think, like, in this world, it's so beautiful that that's not going to stain that experience.
Yeah,
or diminish
you would go
that.
from an orchid to a bluebell.
Oh.
So what does that mean?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I like bluebells. Matches my Texas energy. It's a little bit
That's right.
stalkery.
Right.
This episode is brought to you by Jewelers Mutual. You said yes, FaceTimed everyone you know, and have taken all the photos to show off your new bling. But then what? Now is the time to think about jewelry insurance. The easiest way to insure your jewelry is with Jewelers Mutual. Get a quote, apply, and protect your jewelry. It's that simple. Learn more at jewelersmutual.com. And tell me about Florida. This was your first show back.
Yes.
It looked beautiful. I'm sorry I couldn't be there.
Thank you.
But it looked incredible. What was the inspiration for the show?
Joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just really wanted to have a big party and some
because it wasn't
couture.
Bridal Fashion Week there. You just did it.
It was completely off script.
Yeah. They don't have Bridal Fashion Week in Palm Beach.
Yeah. And also it was the dead of summer, which is like off season for Palm Beach.
Hot.
So I really rolled the dice there.
Yeah.
But I wanted to basically invite the industry and the support system I've had into my space that I've been in for the last 4 years.
Yep.
Florida, we never anticipated living there.
Sure.
And it's kind of become a real sunshine place for us to create new.
Yep.
And the confetti cannons really made it extra special, which we kind of asked for permission or forgiveness instead of permission on those.
Meaning we didn't ask, we just set them up and did it. But I think sometimes you have to do that because they would have said no.
I think they would have said no.
Because when they get wet, the cleaning, it's a whole nightmare.
But we really transformed the space. And Whitney Carion did the event planning. Mm-hmm. We had Society Privé involved.
Yep.
La Via Visual did all, it was just such an amazing team
community team,
yeah, collaborators and creators, and the Colony is this quintessential pink hotel. Like, it's insane.
Iconically feels connected to your brand.
I was like, this makes sense.
This I feel like at home here. Can I live here?
I almost moved in.
For me. How can we figure this out?
Yeah,
I'm sure you could actually.
Yeah,
make content in the suite.
I will try
to live in the suite. I feel like there could be like some magic happening.
I feel like Steven Spielberg just did that when he started his career. He just like got off the tram and like set up shop as a director, so I could just do the same thing.
Why not?
But squat at the Colony.
Honestly, the gall of a straight man I use as inspiration all the time because they just do whatever they want with such confidence, but really they don't know what they're doing. And I'm like, if this straight guy can do it, I can do it too.
Absolutely, you can.
Do you know what I mean? And I know that, but sometimes I have to be reminded.
Do you need permission? I will send you the text.
Thank you. Send me the You have permission.
Yes.
But sometimes, you're like, huh? What? Like, why am I in my own way when this person over here is so confident but ill-equipped to be that confident?
That's the thing. That's the imposter syndrome. It's you telling you you're not worthy or there's too many reasons not to.
Yeah.
And sit that person in a corner and say, I got
you're
this.
In timeout.
You be nice to my friend.
Yeah, that's it.
You be nice.
Very nice. So what about your shoe brand? Is this continuing, evolving along with dresses, or is she on the back burner?
She is. So she's running kind of alongside as the sister brand.
Okay.
However, I did take a little bit of a it's on cruise control at the moment.
Yes, great.
Because I wanted to give Bridal the full attention it deserves. And we've had such an amazing just community over in the shoe land and Cheval land.
Yeah.
And they've been really supportive and just kind of keeping the brand going for now. And it's interesting growing a small business versus something where you don't have to focus on inventory management and like guess your size runs and all that. So between me and my business partner, it is just us running the company.
Oh, wow.
We literally have no one else.
So you do everything.
We do everything.
Got it.
And, not ideal, but that was workable for us when I had nothing else going on.
Yeah.
And so now we're hoping to shift the operations and the economics of it over, which takes some time.
Yeah.
But I definitely want her to feel like this incredible alter ego that she was.
Yeah.
And this sign of resilience and pivoting and moving forward with, you in the driver's seat instead of circumstances.
Yes. I love that. Say that again. You in the driver's seat instead of the circumstances.
That's right.
I love that.
Thank you.
And so for the dresses, I imagine now you to restart a whole engine. Like you don't just get dresses overnight. So like manufacturers, are you selling exclusively at Kleinfeld? Are you selling at other stores? Will you open your own store? Like what's the rollout plan here?
Great question. We have had this incredible partnership with a company called Maddie Lane Bridal.
Okay.
And they have an exclusive license. Hayley Paige is still an independent brand.
Okay.
But we have them for manufacturing and distribution and sales. And I really just feel so incredibly blessed to have collided.
Sure.
We're in the same orbit.
Yep.
And we're really rolling this out as a premium bridal brand.
Okay.
However, we're extending the range and the price point.
Yep.
Because I used to do Blush by Hayley Paige, which was a little bit
sort
lower.
Of a more affordable, accessible line.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then Hayley Paige was a little bit more premium.
Yep.
So instead, I'm doing one collection that spans that whole gamut of that price point.
Oh, so a range of pricing in that whole collection.
Exactly.
Got it.
And we're hoping to still kind of deliver to those incredible bridal stores that have supported us. So we're not exclusive to any store. However, we do have exclusivities within, territories and all that kind of stuff. The community and
spaces in that way.
Yeah. And it's really just been this fast start for sure. But, I've prayed for this moment and here it is. And so I'm just like throwing myself at every little thing to rebuild it. And I think the hardest thing has really been the fact that when I purchased the IP, I didn't get the physical dresses.
That you had already sold too.
Correct.
Or the money for that.
No. Right. So everything that was in circulation or in the world dress-wise.
With your name on it.
Yeah, was not mine. And so a lot of that was pulled into the second market or was sold at sample sales.
I don't think I knew that.
Right. So I couldn't like take all the inventory or anything.
Back.
So, but I do own the designs, right?
Okay.
And so it's kind of a specificity or whatever to how intellectual property works.
Yeah.
So that
the design of each and every dress that you made in your whole career.
Yeah, so I could remake a dress as is
if
I choose.
Shall you?
A vintage, which I love that, by the way. We need to like do a vintage collection.
Of course, a vintage, a throwback. Like, totally. Why not? Like
the icons.
Yes. I feel like the 80s and 90s are like back. Not that you were designing in
the 80s
left.
and 90s. They're in my soul.
They never left for you?
I'm such a millennial.
That makes sense. I hear that. Someone told me I'm an elder millennial, and I did not like that.
I don't like that at all.
No, I said,
it's like a size chart.
Just say,
get out
just
here.
Say millennial. Like, why did you want to jab me? Like, I just turned 40. I'm not 70 over here.
That's like a geriatric pregnancy over 35. I'm
it's these terms.
Rude.
Like,
rude.
Why? Who is benefiting from geriatric and elder when it's not the case?
Stop labeling me.
I digress. Okay, so you didn't get any of that inventory?
No, yeah.
Or the sales from that inventory?
No, since I think it was November of 2019.
Wow.
No commission off
for
that, period of time.
Wow.
But what's great is you starting fresh, you really get to kind of cherry pick what you want. And I always say when something breaks, what's left is the strongest parts. And then you go and rebuild it. And so it's kind of what we've been doing and picking some of our most celebrated and loved designs and bringing them back in a fresh way that feels like they've kind of gone through a reinvention as well.
Yeah, as has Hayley, so that only makes sense. And you have all the stats on your bestsellers, or you just sort of know intuitively like what people will love and what they're gravitating towards. And
more intuitively. I love that word intuition just because that's so important with design. And I have my brand manager, Elise Guillory, who's been with me for almost 12 years now. We've been in like a marriage, basically. And she's also my business partner for She to Cheval. But
got it.
Having her back. Yeah, we're just like
you, her,
we're
Conrad,
woven.
You're in it. Honey, no, the other honey, not you, the other, sorry.
So this is just as much of a rebrand and, celebration and homecoming for her as it is for me. So yeah, it's just wonderful. And it starting over though it's a hustle because we have to rebuild all of our patterns. We have to resource all of our fabrics.
Yeah.
I like to bake from scratch. So everything is really thoughtfully done, but it does take a lot of time and investment and energy.
Of course.
So.
Even beginning is the hardest part, they say. And not that you're beginning, but you're starting again.
Yeah.
And what about tariffs and all of this crazy world? Is that...
Yeah.
That can't be fun.
It's been very shocking. Very shocking. And it also is... a little discouraging because there's so much beauty in this industry. And the bridal industry has not had strong manufacturing in New York City for like over 50 years.
In a long time, yeah.
So to basically say all of a sudden that's where we have to
to do it,
decide.
Or you'll be punished.
Kind of eliminates the progress we've made. And like the perfecting of sourcing around the world.
Sure. And the years of work that took and the skilled people you had to.
Right. And I really appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into the dresses no matter who is making it.
Sure.
And, I just want to be on the right side of all things typically and do my best to be an advocate. But I'm doing my best to support the industry and making sure that this is something we can try to get down and back to a reasonable level so that everyone can be celebrated. Because it's an industry that deserves the talent and it deserves to deliver to those brides who are ultimately going to be paying the price of any kind of raise in charges from
it's going to go to
tariffs
because no one else is going to eat it.
Yeah.
Despite these weird thoughts that like prices won't rise with tariffs.
They do.
The math wasn't mathing and all of that. I was like, even for me, when I got married a couple months ago, I ordered some things from Canada. From a fashion store that I guess sells cheaper than New York, but it's all the same designers from Europe. And I bought all this stuff for the wedding, and I bought a lot to try on and then return what people do for online shopping. And I go to the post office, and she's like, "That's $785."
Okay, excuse me.
And I said, "Oh, you must have the wrong Jove Meyer because I didn't order anything where I would pay the shipping. Like that's not me." And she's like, "It's a tariff."
Yikes.
And it was like a direct, I had to pay it or I couldn't get the box.
Great.
And then if I don't get the box, I don't have clothes for the wedding. And if I open the box and then return half the items, I don't get any money back.
Perfect.
So I was like, what are we doing here?
Oh,
like, this is
man.
like so complicated.
Yes.
And it feels unnecessarily so. And I just imagine in like starting a new business, relaunching a business, like things you didn't have to think about before now must be all over the map.
Oh, yeah. And it's been a crash course in the economics side. And I'm really grateful for it because I didn't have much of I won't say business sense. The number side of
You were
things.
the designer.
Yeah.
You worked with a partner.
Right.
That you thought was handling what they were good at, and you do what you're good at.
Yes. And I think typically that is a good setup.
Yes.
But what I've kind of learned is that you want to be aware of all things.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to really be aware is to experience those things. And so in doing shoes and starting a business and really understanding P&L statements and balance sheets and expenses and all, like, it's incredible what we took from that.
Yeah.
And what's amazing about the bridal industry is that it's still something that is so focused on craft and tailoring, and it's made to order.
Yep.
And the amount of energy and thought that goes into the making of a dress is so truly special.
Yeah.
And so I'm so happy to be in that space and to also find a way to make it economically feasible.
Yep.
And the hope is that we will be on that path, you know, after kind of losing it all, but also losing everything financially. For me, it's a real fresh start.
Well, that path was expensive. It
sure was.
Litigation is wildly expensive.
Expensive lesson.
And so you're literally starting not from the ground floor, but the cellar.
Below. I'm in the trap door underneath the rock bottom.
Are those all business expenses? Like, can you operate at a negative for
I was
years?
asking, like, my tax person. I was like, can I write this off?
Yes.
And they're like, nope. I was like,
you're like, but it was for the sake of work. Great. It wasn't a hobby. You weren't like, this is so fun. I love litigation. Got it. So you're literally starting from...
Yeah, below zero.
Mm-hmm. But also how fun for you to have full control, full clarity, and to build what you probably couldn't have built 15 years ago when you were younger and like new to New York. Like, to me, that's got to be so exciting for you to like have fresh eyes and like know that you have this fan base in bridal that loves you and you have such a strong brand and identity for what you make. And so many people cheering you on. And I don't know, I'm sure you know, but like everyone is so excited and so proud and so happy that we are where we are and that you got yourself back.
I feel that. It's been so welcoming and so encouraging, and the enthusiasm that I have gotten to witness and be a part of is just so heartwarming. And it's helped guide this collection back to life for sure.
Yeah, I love that so much. And to come back to Kleinfeld feels like, you know, like what a special, iconic place to be back in the mom and dad. I feel like that's what I call them. They're like such a mom and dad.
Absolutely,
the owners there. They're like so sweet.
I
and for
know.
them to like welcome you back.
Yeah.
And have a fun event is so special.
I can't wait to see the first bride.
Yeah.
Like that puts on the dress. Because in all of this, it's obviously been very exciting. But that's the moment where I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We have a bride.
Yeah. Like we're
the dress is on a bride.
Take off. We took off. Like it's happening.
So I'll probably cry all over her.
As you should. And you know what? Wait, why isn't there a TV crew here? Like why isn't this Say Yes to the Dress? Again, Say Yes to the Dress, Hayley Paige is back. Like
2.0.
Yes. I feel like people would watch this reality show.
I know. I just saw Randy the other day at Chicago Bridal Market, and we were reminiscing some of these magic moments that we had and marrying, 51 couples across America and being America's bridesmaid. And it's just wonderful that those memories are still very much intact.
Yeah.
And that Say Yes is it's kind of swapped over into like a heritage show.
It's an institution for sure.
And it's so wonderful to have that kind of like legacy isn't the right word. It's more like the relationships and those experiences remain unchanged by all of the other stuff that you have to go through.
But that is tried and true.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I can't wait. I'll try on a dress. Honey, I'm ready.
Oh my gosh, please come.
I mean, I'll be there. I'm obviously 100%
I already have the
I'm
one.
there. Oh, you already know?
Yeah, I know which
one.
one.
Oh my God. Okay, great. Done and done. Maybe I'll share a picture. Maybe I won't.
I think you know which one too, if you've paid attention, because there's one in particular that I'm like, this is yours.
Are we renaming it?
We could if you want.
The Jove.
The Jove with that asterisk.
Where can people find you who don't know where you are on the internet?
Mostly Instagram.
Okay.
I've got Miss Hayley Paige back, which is great. And I still have all the glitters on the gram.
Okay.
Which
Are you sharing?
I know.
Like what's the divide there? Because it
know.
used to be like, because you worked so hard to build all the glitters once you lost your own. But now like, yeah, I'm curious what's going to happen.
It's kind of tough because I don't want to fatigue my audience.
Yes.
And I've been so close to the fire in wanting to answer every DM and be, just present with social media, and to have two accounts. It's tough because it's like, I don't want to overlap too much.
Yep.
And I also don't want to put out so much content that people are like, okay, girl, we get it. You're back. It's like, so it's just kind of following your intuition a bit and paying attention and just being honest with
one day at a
what
time.
you're putting out there. So
listen, if you put it out, we like it, we love it, we comment, we subscribe.
You're the best.
Well, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you. And now it's time for Ask Jove, where I answer your questions. Really, anything you want to know, feel free to ask me. I'm joined in studio with my dear friend Sloan for Ask Jove.
Our question for today is Melissa from Asheville. She's wanting to know about a rehearsal dinner.
Ooh, hi, Melissa. Have you ever been to Asheville?
Love Asheville.
Oh, I've never been.
They call it champagne air.
Oh.
At least I don't know. That's what they told me whenever we were in.
Champagne air?
Yeah, they were like, we hope you're enjoying the champagne air.
I want to move there.
Because of the air.
Do you get drunk? Day drunk?
I mean, that would actually be pretty fun sometimes.
Like tipsy just from breathing.
Woo! No, it was like so clean and fresh and bubbly. And
is that in North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Okay.
And actually, if you drive from Nashville to Asheville, it's quite beautiful.
Nashville to Asheville. I feel like that is a movie or a song that needs to be made. Like
it's my next romance novel. Don't worry.
Nashville to Asheville. Like it just feels like it's a thing.
Yeah, I'll get a banjo.
Perfect. And we'll get a singer because it's not me.
But I enjoyed that moment.
Thank you.
Kyle?
Yeah. No, he probably not. All right. So back to the question.
All right. Melissa's parents went to have a formal rehearsal dinner, but her fiance's family is super laid back and thinks that it's just kind of unnecessary.
Uh-huh.
They're trying to keep costs low.
Yep.
One important thing. And honestly, she also wouldn't mind something casual.
Yep.
How does she compromise and keep everyone happy?
Can you clarify, or maybe you don't know, the person hosting is paying for it and they want it formal, or the other person who's not paying for it?
I think that's the first question that she also needs to ask.
Yeah. I mean, usually those with power have the money.
Mm-hmm. Those with the money have the power?
Usually those with money have the power. But if you're marrying into that family, like it should all be a conversation. Just because someone is hosting something doesn't mean it should be exclusively what they want. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I feel like formality can be misconstrued. When people feel like formality means black tie, caviar, 7 forks and 7 knives and 3 spoons and all the table settings and the lighting and the candles, like maybe it to her just means like no paper plates or no buffet.
Right.
Or no chafing dishes.
Are we going to go seated dinner, or are we going to do a cocktail hour mingling in a nice location?
Correct.
What's that going to look like?
I just think that like it's so different today than it was before. And I think it's worth having a conversation of like what that means. So like one wants formal, one wants casual. This is like a tale as old as time. But I think it's deciding, great, what does formal mean to you? Because she's probably just assuming things at this point.
Right. Or maybe she just knows her parents very well to say what they want also doesn't align with what I want or what my partner's parents want.
Yeah. So there's a disconnect there. Is it in their home, or we don't know?
We don't know.
We don't know anything.
But actually one of my favorite like welcome dinners was at someone's house.
Yeah.
They just did like a little cookout in the backyard.
It's so personal.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
We got to meet all of their family members before we were coming in. We only knew the groom. We did not know their...
Oh, the whole other side?
No.
Oh, wow.
And so the bride's family hosted it, and it was so nice.
Yeah.
It was laid back, and I felt more comfortable mingling in that environment.
Because it's someone's home. It's not like a stuffy restaurant or like a restaurant trying to be stuffy, which I think is sometimes even worse when you book like a low casual restaurant and you try to dress it up like, like lipstick on a pig. Sometimes it doesn't really work very well. I just feel like this can be solved with conversation. What is your expectation? What does formality mean to you? And then these are our hopes and dreams. We were actually hoping if the wedding's formal, then the night before could be a little more casual. And where do we meet in the middle? To me, I feel like what is both parties' non-negotiables? And usually they're not the same. So like you can find some common ground elsewhere. And if it's like, to her, formal means I want live music and flowers, great. The live music can be still casual music.
It could be our banjo band.
It could be our banjo band. Nashville, Nashville. We are available to go on the road.
Hey-yo. Rehearsal dinners only.
Yeah. Casual, formal only. Yes. But it's like, we have a client now and she's like, we want to bring Texas in, but not via barbecue. And I was like, well, that's where my mind went.
And so you're like,
for the rehearsal dinner. But she's like, I will not serve barbecue for the rehearsal dinner. So then we go to what other things? Is it music? Is it decor? Is it the invitation? Is it the dress code?
Are they line dancing during the event?
Correct. Like, how do we bring that in and pay respect without crossing the line? So I think you just have to sit down. Well, also talk to your fiance first. What do you both want? What is your vision? What are your non-negotiables and where are you flexible?
And they also talked about keeping costs low. So I think also, how big do you want that event to be?
Correct.
How many people do you want to invite? Because head count equals dollar count.
100. Say it again for the people in the back. People always don't put the two of those things together.
The more people you have, the more you're
money,
spending.
100%. That's the more plates, more glassware, flatware, catering, flowers, tables, linens, chairs. More of everything.
More.
Everything. More is more.
And you also don't have to have more.
No.
If you don't want more.
No. We did a sneaky thing, which I don't know. I guess, did you know we had a dinner before we had our party? Okay, but did I tell you or you knew?
No, but I just knew.
How did you know?
I talked to Meg.
Oh. And Meg was at the dinner.
Yeah.
Because she's our officiant. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you didn't talk to Meg when you came to the party, would you have known?
No.
No. So like we had a choice to make and I wanted to have a small dinner with my family and Kyle's family because we've never done that.
Yeah, they've never mingled.
But we didn't want to have a second wedding where we did another 130 person dinner. So we did a 28 person dinner, which was
perfect.
Hard, but I agree, perfect.
Yeah.
That then opened up into a 130 person cocktail hour party.
Which, by the way, cocktail hour was amazing.
Wasn't it fun?
So fun.
Hotel Chelsea's like.
I mean, perfect setting.
Beautiful vibes.
Amazing music.
Yes.
But also what you served.
Oh, you know.
Perfect choices.
Well, we had to. We had to make it us. But I will say, like, there is a compromise there. And I think it's about maybe you do that very small formal dinner that one parent wants. And then the second part of the party is more what the couple wants. So then it's kind of checking both boxes.
Yeah.
And you could we did like dinner was 6 to 8 and then the party was 8 to 10.
Yeah.
And I think it worked totally fine. And nobody except for you was the wiser till we shared all the photos. And then people were like, I was not invited to that dinner.
And you were like, well, you were not an active participant in the ceremony.
You were not in my family or in the ceremony. That's like how we had to
And I think that's
draw
like
the line.
The correct line to draw.
Yes.
Because it's like, if we think back to a question that one of your other listeners shared, a couple episodes ago was like, how do I keep costs low?
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, this is not necessarily keeping costs low because it's still quite, monetarily, a big monetary output. But you're thinking about how can I give back to the people that are also giving a lot
to us
for this event.
Yep.
And it's a really nice way to like honor their participation and their like heartfelt, engagement.
And it didn't take away from the 8 to 10 cocktail hour party.
Not at all.
Those people had a great time.
Yeah.
And the people before also had a great time. And the people that came at 8, what I found or I heard is they were having smaller dinners with their friend groups before they came at 8 o'clock.
Love.
So like they still had a great night. It's not like they were like at home alone crying because they weren't in that tight 28.
Yeah.
So I think where there's a will, there's a way. Open conversation and make your lists. I love a list. And Godspeed.
Color code your list.
Nashville to Nashville.
You got this.
Don't forget to send your questions. Again, any questions, send them our way to hi@jovemeyer.com and maybe I will answer them on air. If you can, send a voice memo. I love to hear your voice.
Weddings-ish.
Thank you again for listening or watching Weddings-ish with Jove. This episode is brought to you by Jewelers Mutual, the easiest way to insure your jewelry. Get a quote, apply, and protect your jewelry. It's that simple. Learn more at jewelersmutual.com. If you liked today's episode, please subscribe and leave a review on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're also super grateful to Mel Flannery for the music on the podcast. She created, produced, and designed all of the music. And don't forget, you can watch Weddings-ish with Jove on Love Stories TV, YouTube, or streaming TV channel. Visit lovestoriestv.com/live for the list of streaming apps.
Weddings-ish.